From cheesy deep dish in Chicago to pineapple-topped slices in Hawaii, from simple street food to gourmet creations, pizza is everywhere. It's the food we celebrate with, the comfort we turn to, and a dish loved by billions around the globe. But have you ever stopped to wonder, amidst all this delicious diversity, where did this journey begin? How did a simple flatbread conquer the world? Let's trace the incredible history of pizza, from ancient hearths to your dinner plate. Our story doesn't start in a modern kitchen, but thousands of years ago in the ancient world. Long before the word pizza even existed, people across different civilizations were already enjoying its earliest ancestors. Imagine ancient Egyptians, Greeks, and Persians gathered around open fires. They would mix flour and water to create simple dough, stretch it into flat rounds, and bake it on hot stones or in primitive ovens. These weren't the pizzas we know today, of course. They were rustic flatbreads, a staple food. The Greeks called their version plakis, often topping it with herbs, onions, and garlic. The Persians, during the reign of Darius the Great, even baked flatbreads on their shields, topping them with cheese and dates for a quick, nourishing meal on the march. These ancient breads were the foundation, the blank canvas upon which the masterpiece of pizza would eventually be painted. They established the very idea of a flat, baked dough as a vehicle for other flavors, a concept that would travel through centuries. Now, let's fast forward and journey to 18th century Italy, specifically to the bustling, vibrant, and sometimes chaotic port city of Naples. At this time, Naples was one of the largest cities in Europe, teeming with a growing population of working-class poor, known as the Lazzaroni. These workers needed food that was cheap, filling, and could be eaten quickly on the go. And that's where our story truly takes a pivotal turn. Street vendors began selling a type of flatbread topped with simple, affordable ingredients. What was the hot new topping of the era? The tomato. Interestingly, when tomatoes first arrived in Europe from the Americas in the 16th century, many Europeans were suspicious of them, believing them to be poisonous. But the resourceful and daring Neapolitans embraced the tomato, mashing it into a simple sauce and spreading it over their flatbreads. This was the birth of pizza as we start to recognize it. It wasn't served in fancy restaurants. It was the original fast food sold on the streets, folded in four, and eaten by hand. It was food for the people, humble, delicious, and deeply woven into the fabric of Neapolitan life. For a long time, this delicacy remained a local secret, a taste of Naples unknown to the rest of the world. For about a century, pizza remained Naples' best-kept secret. It was beloved by the locals, but largely ignored, and sometimes even looked down upon by the upper classes and food critics of the time. But all that changed in the year 1889, a moment so significant it has become the stuff of legend. Italy had recently been unified, and King Umberto I and Queen Margherita of Savoy were on a tour of their kingdom. While visiting Naples, the Queen grew tired of the complex French cuisine she was served day after day. She had heard tales of this local specialty called pizza, and, intrigued, she requested to try some. A local pizzaolo, a pizza maker named Raffaele Esposito from Pizzeria Brandy, was summoned to the royal palace. He prepared 3 different pizzas for the queen, one with lard, cheese, and basil, another with small fish. But the third one was his masterpiece. Inspired by patriotism, he created a pizza with toppings that mirrored the colors of the new Italian flag. vibrant red from tomato sauce, pure white from fresh mozzarella cheese, and bright green from basil leaves. The Queen was absolutely delighted with this third pizza. It was simple, yet elegant and incredibly flavorful. In her honor, Esposito named his creation the Pizza Margherita. This royal seal of approval was a game changer. It elevated pizza from a humble street food to a dish fit for royalty, giving it national recognition and a place of pride in Italian cuisine. The Pizza Margherita became the gold standard, and its fame began to spread beyond the streets of Naples. As the 19th century gave way to the 20th, millions of Italians, particularly from the South, began emigrating to the United States in search of a better life. They brought with them their language, their culture, and of course, their recipes. In the bustling neighborhoods of cities like New York, Chicago, and Boston, Italian-American communities began to flourish. And with them came the first pizzerias. In 1905, a man named Gennaro Lombardi opened what is widely considered the first pizzeria in the United States, right in New York's Little Italy. He started by selling tomato pies, but soon began putting mozzarella on top, selling slices to workers for a few cents. For decades, pizza remained a niche food, mostly enjoyed within these Italian-American enclaves. The big explosion in its popularity came after World War II. American soldiers, or GIs, stationed in Italy had discovered this amazing dish. When they returned home, they brought back a craving for it. This created a huge new demand. Entrepreneurs saw the opportunity, and pizzerias began popping up all over the country, no longer just in Italian neighborhoods. The post-war economic boom, the rise of car culture, and the growth of suburbs all helped pizza spread. It became a perfect family meal, a go-to for parties, and the quintessential delivery food. America had not just adopted pizza, it was beginning to make it its own. Once pizza conquered America, it set its sights on the rest of the world. The latter half of the 20th century saw pizza embark on a global conquest, and what's fascinating is how it adapted and transformed in every new culture it touched. It's like a culinary chameleon. Take a trip to Brazil, and you might find pizzas topped with green peas, corn, hard-boiled eggs, and even hearts of palm. In Japan, get ready for some truly unique combinations. Mayonnaise-based sauces are common, and toppings can include squid, teriyaki chicken, and even potato salad. It's a completely different flavor profile, tailored to local tastes. Head over to India, and you'll find pizzas infused with the country's signature spices. Toppings like paneer tikka, tandoori chicken, and minced mutton have become incredibly popular, creating a delicious fusion of Italian and Indian cuisines. So why is pizza so universally loved? There are a few key reasons. First, its base is a neutral canvas, allowing for endless customization with local ingredients and flavors. Second, it's inherently social. It's a food meant to be shared among friends and family. And third, it's just plain delicious. The combination of a crispy, chewy crust, savory sauce, and melted cheese is a formula for comfort and satisfaction that transcends cultural boundaries. And so we've traveled through time and across continents, following the remarkable journey of this global sensation. We started with ancient flatbreads baked on hot stones, a simple food for survival. We walked the lively streets of 18th century Naples, where the tomato turned that flatbread into a local treasure for the working class. We witnessed a queen's approval elevate it to a national symbol, giving birth to the iconic Pizza Margherita. We crossed the Atlantic with Italian immigrants who planted the seeds of a culinary revolution in America, which then bloomed after World War II. And finally, we've seen how this dish has been embraced, adapted, and reinvented in countless countries, becoming a unique reflection of each culture it touches. From its humble origins as the food of the poor to its status as one of the most beloved dishes on the entire planet, the story of pizza is a story of migration, innovation, and the power of simple, good food to bring people together. The next time you grab a slice, take a moment to appreciate the incredible history baked into every single bite. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this delicious journey through history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories behind the world's favorite foods. See you next time